Hey guys, Creighton here from LogicLounge.com for Gnomedex Day 3, the last day. Today we had amazing speakers to kind of kick off the end for Gnomedex. Today we had people such as Amy Karlson. She's with Microsoft Research, and she talked a lot about how people use their devices throughout the day and how they impact our daily lives. Such as, if you use your phone when you're not at work because you can get your email on it now, you get your text messages, and you can interact more with your phones now. And that was a really good presentation from about Microsoft Research and how we actually use our phones and what problems there are with it. Also, we had Larry Wu. He's invented multiple things such as the Smart Cup Express, which is the cup that I showed you from the swag bag that has its own kind of filter in it. He also designed things such as Crystal Light and the McGriddle from McDonald's. Have you guys ever heard of that? Another person is Scott Spot Davis. He created an awesome program called Electric Sheep, and he really just talked about all of his algorithms that he uses and how it's open source code that anyone can use to create these images, but it takes a lot of power, and he just kind of described how Electric Sheep works. We also had Scott and Alex Mueller. They're basically living their lives green. They've created this house out in eastern Washington, and they're powering it by themselves as much as they can. That means using solar panels and using green technologies, such as using their phones to turn off and on lights, or using any type of green technology they can. And they hope to have 50% of their food actually made by themselves, and so they're kind of really continuing that project right now. Another one is Melissa Pierce. She had a great speech about her new movie that she's making. It's called Life in Perpetual Beta. That's an awesome movie to kind of see when it comes out. And really the highlight of the entire conference was Violet Blue. She had an amazing kind of sex talk with us. We really didn't talk about the birds and the bees, but it was an amazing talk about what she does and actually what kind of happens. We also had a guy by the name of Jason Barger, and he wrote a book and also has a movie called, right here, Step Back from the Baggage Claim. I picked up this book. I actually bought it because I think it's a really good book that people should read, and it's kind of about taking a step back from situations and kind of just looking at the overall situation, just taking a step back from it and analyzing how you can make life better by just taking one step back. We also kind of had a really good but kind of confusing conversation with Tim Hwang. He's kind of done this self kind of developing technology strategy. It's really hard to explain, I'm sorry, because I kind of zoned out. It was a good presentation, I thought, but it was kind of just like over my head. We also had Seattle Wine Gal kind of close us all off by telling us, how to taste wine and how to basically do wine. I don't drink wine. I'm not old enough to drink wine, so I kind of zoned out of that one. And then what was really fun was the last kind of hour to hour and a half. It was all about the history of Gnomedex. So Chris's parents, Joe and Judy Pirillo, actually came out and talked about the last 10 years of experience, and all three of his brothers were actually attended Gnomedex this year, and they kind of talked about how technology kind of has impacted their lives, and especially Gnomedex. Then a lot of closing stuff. There's 2 videos that I will be uploading soon, probably before this video. It's kind of funny. Chris actually does his Chris Rent-A-Chest again, which is kind of funny. And there's also the Gnomedex song, which I'm going to put up very soon. And that is really funny because they had everybody singing along. It was hilarious, and just funny comments and remarks. And after, there was an after party at Emerald City Trapeze, in which they did lots of people could actually go up and swing on trapeze, and there's a couple videos out there of Chris doing it, and it's quite funny. So that was basically Gnomedex Day 3. It was very packed with funny comments, very funny and very good speakers, which is awesome for people to have. Again, I do have this book, Step Back from the Baggage Claim. This book is meant to be passed around. In the back here, he wants you to spread the book around, and I will most likely do that. As soon as I'm done reading this book, probably going to do a contest or something to see who gets the book next, and I will ship it out to them with the intention that they'll read this book, take a step back, and then they'll pass this book on to somebody else. I'm going to register this book on the website, and we're going to see how far around the world we can make this book go, and make life a bit different for everybody else who reads this book, and let's see if we can't make an impact on what happens. So as soon as I'm done with this book, probably going to do a contest, probably going to throw it out on Twitter. Whoever wants to read this book, hit me up. I will mail it to you with the intention that you will read it and pass it on. If you have any questions or you would like to view my blog, you can visit us at logiclounge.com. There you can find the latest stories, news, and events. You can contact us, and if you have a hit story that nobody else knows about, you can hit us up with a tip in the Tip Us section. So thank you for watching, and we hope to see you with more of our videos soon.